Welcome to Senior Health Star, thy sanctuary of sagacity, well-being, and tales most heartfelt, which doth illuminate the path, through thy golden years. If thou art a newcomer to this realm, I beseech thee, press yon subscribe button, and sound the bell of notification, that thou mayest join our fellowship of elders and caregivers, who dost embrace life with elegance and poise. Today, we embark upon a profound voyage, delving into the rich tapestry of our video, Elderly Wisdom Stories, Top 5 Secrets and Top 5 Questions. This matter doth not solely pertain to the passage of years, nay, it is a quest to grasp the subtle verities and pressing inquiries that mold our concluding acts, particularly in the realm of the heart's well-being. Imagine thyself at 70, or 75, or even 80, poised at a juncture of contemplation and fortitude. Though the world doth hasten, with great speed, thy heart, both in its flesh, and in its feelings, bears a tapestry woven with tales of yore. We embark upon a journey, to uncover 5 delicate omens, that might herald the twilight of an elder's days, accompanied by 5 weighty inquiries, to pose to thy progenitors, whilst they still grace this realm, all interlaced with wisdom, concerning the heart's well-being, in the autumn of life. Drawn from the wellspring of true tales shared upon the public stage of discourse, such as the realms of Reddit, and the musings of the elder scribes, these narratives are woven anew, under the sacred banner of fair use, to enlighten, console, and uplift the spirit. From the lavender fields of fair Provence, to the tranquil shores of noble Maine, we shall entwine these lessons, with breathtaking vistas of the globe, reminding us that wisdom, and tender care doth transcend all borders. Be it thou art a venerable elder, or a devoted caregiver, in a quaint hamlet, or a thriving metropolis, this moving picture is crafted for thee. Therefore, take thee a warm libation, make thyself comfortable, and let us unveil the mysteries and inquiries that aid us in treasuring each fleeting moment. Hark! A caution to thee, this moving visual doth delve into the themes of aging, the signs that herald the end of life, and matters of the heart's well-being, which may stir deep emotions within thy breast. Pray, take heed, if these matters strike a chord within thy soul. Part the first, 5 secrets most hidden, omens that the final year draweth nigh. The passage of years doth unfold a tale of grace, yet as we traverse into the realms of our 70s and 80s, the heart, both in its flesh and in its essence, may softly impart the truths we must heed. These 5 omens, gleaned from the sagacity of caregivers and the aged, may herald that a cherished elder approaches their twilight year. They are not intended to instill dread, but rather to lead us towards compassion, communion, and moments of significance shared, particularly with the well-being of the heart at the forefront of our thoughts. Secret the first, a notable diminution in bodily capability. Hark! Behold fair Evelyn, aged 62, hailing from the fair city of Raleigh in the noble land of North Carolina. Once a sprightly gardener, she now finds weariness in the most trifling of tasks, such as bestowing water upon her cherished roses. Her steps do waver, and she hath known a few tumbles. This is not mere aging, it is a profound descent in the vigor of the body. Beyond the common languor, it doth grapple with the very act of rising from slumber, requiring aid to traverse the floor, or succumbing to weariness after the simple task of folding garments. Unbidden shall be the loss of weight, oft entwined with the waning of muscle, or the diminishment of appetite, which may also manifest. For fair Evelyn, these alterations do herald that her heart doth labour, with greater fervour, a plight oft encountered, as the vessels of life, do wane with the passage of years. The heart, that tireless engine of life, doth pump the vital essence, through our veins, yet, in the aged, it may falter, diminishing vigour, and heightening the peril of a fall. Research doth reveal that heart's failure, doth lay claim to 20%, of those who have crossed the threshold, of 80 years, oft bringing with it a pall of fatigue and frailty. Attend to thy comfort, embrace soft chairs, partake in gentle strolls, and nourish thyself with heart-friendly fare, low in sodium, and rich in lean proteins. Seek the counsel of a physician, to tend to matters of the heart, safeguarding both safety and honor. Upon the behest of her kin, handrails were affixed, and a chair placed beside her bed, granting her the ability, to traverse with elegance. Contemplation, hast thou observed the transformations, of form in one dear to thy heart? Pray, do share thy thoughts, in the comments below. In the shadows of solitude, behold yon aged figure, perched upon a bench, in the verdant embrace of Central Park, New York. With wistful gaze, he observes the merry throngs, of families as they flit by, a silent witness to their joy. James, aged 19, hailing from the fair city, of Boise, Idaho, did once embody the very essence, of every familial assembly. Lo, he doth shun the ringing calls, doth flee from the gathering, of learned minds, and doth utter, I am but weary. This retreat from the world, doth signify more than mere weariness, it is a turning of the soul within, a portent that the heart and spirit, may be girding themselves, for the final act of life's grand play. In their twilight years, the elders may find their passions waning, retreating from brief exchanges, a testament to their weary hearts. For James, this retreat from the world, didst align with erratic beats of the heart, a malady that doth beset 1 in 4 of the elder folk, draining both vigor and spirit. In matters of the heart, health doth hold sway, when circulation falters, or rhythms do stray, fatigue doth descend, rendering social revelry, a daunting endeavor. Be here, yet do not compel. Remain still, grasp a hand, or recount a cherished memory. Fair daughter of James, hath commenced a series of weekly tea gatherings, wherein he may unburden his heart, at a pace most fitting to his spirit. Seek counsel from a learned cardiologist, regarding the weariness of the heart, and ponder upon gentle pursuits, such as the sweet strains of music, to elevate thy spirits. Upon contemplation, doth a cherished soul withdraw, from the company of others. How dost thou remain entwined in connection? Pray, share thy thoughts beneath this missive. Secret the third, alterations in the manner of consuming sustenance. Martha, aged 70, hailing from the fair city, of Portland in Maine, once held a fondness, for her delectable lobster rolls. Lo, she doth consume but a scant few morsels, attributing her plight, to a queasy stomach, or a lack of desire for sustenance. Lo, this alteration in the manner, of consuming sustenance, forsaking repasts, partaking but sparingly, or shunning nourishment altogether, may herald a deceleration, of the digestive faculties, oft entwined with matters of the heart. When the heart doth falter, it may diminish the flow, of life's vital essence to the belly, bringing forth feelings of queasiness, or a swift sense of satiety, a plight that befalls 1 in 10, of our venerable elders, beyond the age of 75. Rather than demanding hearty repasts, present instead delicate morsels, broths, elixirs, or nature's sweet bounty, and attend to the need for refreshment. Lo, Martha's progeny doth concoct elixirs most wholesome, blending verdant spinach and sweet berries, thus alleviating her woes. Seek the counsel of a physician, to evaluate the workings of thy heart, for remedies such as diuretics, may provide assistance. Let thine heart be a sanctuary of solace, whereupon thy cherished one, may bask in the warmth of thy tender care, free from the weight of compulsion. These humble deeds do uphold one's dignity, and fortify the ties that bind, particularly when the sands of time are scarce. Contemplation, hast thou observed transformations, in the repast of one dear to thee? Pray, bestow thy counsel, in the space beneath. Secret the fourth, a muddle of the mind. Henry, aged 80, hailing from the fair city of Minneapolis in the land of Minnesota, hath ever been keen of mind. Of late, he doth forget the names of those around him, speaks of his departed wife, as though she still walks among us, or finds himself lost in thought, as the sun doth set, a condition known as sundowning. This turmoil of the mind, shifting in its fervor, may herald the body's and heart's gentle descent into repose. Alas, the frail heart, oft found in 1/5 of those aged, beyond 80 years, doth diminish the flow of life's breath to the mind, leading to moments of forgetfulness and confusion. Refrain from delivering correction with undue severity. Exercise thy patience, bestowing soft comforts upon the weary soul. Lo! Henry's fair daughter doth play his cherished jazz melodies, igniting moments of clarity and kinship most profound. Consult with a learned cardiologist regarding matters of the heart that may cloud the mind, for the enhancement of blood's gentle flow may indeed provide relief. These fleeting moments, though fraught with anguish, dost present opportunities for profound connections of the heart. Hark, lend thine ear, weave tales, and hold dear the lucidity, when it doth arrive, for thy presence doth anchor their souls. Pray, dost thou find thyself, amidst the tempest of a beloved's bewilderment? How dost thou forge a bond? Pray, share thine thoughts below. Secret the fifth, a profound tranquility. Clara, aged 84, hailing from the fair city of Savannah in Georgia, did recently proclaim, I am prepared, I have traversed the path of existence with virtue and grace. She hath been bestowing heirlooms, penning missives, and beseeching the company of yours companions. This profound tranquility, a relinquishing of burdens, doth signify a most noble closure. For fair Clara, it did arrive post the toil of tending to her heart's affliction, congestive heart failure, a plight that doth beset 1 in 5 of the elder folk, beyond the age of 80, with gentle palliative care, soothing her labored breath, and alleviating her suffering. This grace doth spring from the depths of the heart, not from the healing arts. Bestow upon thee love, grant forgiveness, and let mirth abound. In the gentle embrace of tea, Clara's kin did weave tales, crafting memories that would linger, like the sweetest of melodies. Seek counsel from a band of palliative care, that comfort may reign supreme o'er cure and converse upon the final desires of the heart. Support for the heart's well-being, akin to gentle potions of modest measure, may grant us the gift of cherished moments anew. Hold dear these fleeting moments, they are a precious boon of kinship, revealing that love doth surpass even the last throes of the heart. Hast thou beheld this tranquility in another's soul? What wisdom did it impart unto thee? Pray, share thine thoughts below. Part the second, 5 most pressing queries, soulful dialogues with thy progenitors. Time doth glide away in silence, and with its passage, the opportunity to truly know those we hold dear doth fade. These 5 inquiries, drawn from the sagacity of souls who lament the queries left unvoiced, shall serve as thy passage to the very depths of thy parents' hearts. These be not mere inquiries, they are summons to behold thy progenitors, as individuals, to mend ancient scars, and to fortify connections, particularly as the vigor of the heart doth influence their twilight years. Pray tell, what visions didst thou conjure, in the tender years of thy youth? For Margaret, aged 16, hailing from the fair city of Chicago in Illinois, this query did unfasten a realm of wonder. Her progeny inquired, and she did unveil aspirations of twirling upon the stage, long entombed beneath the weight of nurturing kin. Before the weight of debts and duties, what didst ignite the flames of affection in thy progenitors' souls? These visions dost unveil the essence of their being, ere the cruel hand of fate, in the guise of heart's afflictions, such as hypertension, didst hinder the gate of 7 in 10 of the elder folk. Inquiring doth unlock a portal to their tender years, nurturing compassion within the heart. Margaret's progeny did assist her in partaking of a gentle dance, thereby uplifting her heart's vitality through movements of tender grace. Habits that cherish the heart, such as the gentle art of walking, or the serene practice of yoga, may revive long-lost passions, alleviating burdens with grace. Attend with thine ear unclouded by bias, and thou shalt behold the fortitude of thy progenitors, their heart's tale pulsating through the ages. In contemplation, what aspirations did thine progenitors pursue? Pray, unveil thy tales beneath this humble scroll. Question the second, what was the most arduous choice thou ever didst confront? Robert, aged 81, hailing from Asheville, in the fair land of North Carolina, did astonish his daughter, with his resolute reply, to forsake his toil, and tend to his ailing spouse, even in the face of fiscal adversity. Parents are not made of stone, they have traversed paths of choice, that have sculpted thy very being. In matters of the heart, whereupon 1 in 3 elders, past the age of 75, doth grapple with the affliction of atrial fibrillation, such tribulations oft complicate the weighty decisions, thus weaving a tapestry of stress and concern. This inquiry doth unveil their noble sacrifices. Lo, Robert's heart did suffer under the weight of stress, yet his fair daughter, with tender care, did devise methods of solace, such as meditation, which did soothe his troubled symptoms. Inquire, and lend thine ear, with utmost attentiveness. With gentle care, nurture their heart's well-being, through tranquil practices, or the counsel of a learned cardiologist, thus paying homage to their enduring spirit. These discourses mend, revealing thy regard for the odyssey of their heart, both corporeal and ethereal. In contemplation, what weighty decision did thy progenitors recount? Pray, share thy thoughts beneath. Query the third, what didst thou hold as thy purpose? Fair Susan, aged 18, hailing from the fair city of Seattle, did impart unto her son, that her noble quest was to rear a lineage that would surpass her own shining light. Not a mere occupation, but a quest of the heart's own design. Many an elder, as fair Susan with her heart's lament, doth bear purposes forged by love's gentle hand, not by mere titles bestowed. Conditions of the heart, which doth afflict a quarter of those aged beyond 70, may hinder the vigor required for such noble quests, yet their indomitable spirit doth prevail. Inquire thus to reveal the pursuit of their heart's desire. Lo, Susan's progeny didst urge her to weave tales for her grandchildren, thus lifting her spirits and nurturing her heart's well-being through the bonds of kinship. Engage in gentle pursuits that warm the heart, such as tending to the earth, or offering thyself in service to others, whilst seeking the counsel of a physician to assess the vigor of thy heart. These discourses doth affirm their legacy, fortifying both the emotional, and corporeal hearts. Contemplation, what was the intent of thy progenitors, pray, impart their noble quest beneath. Query the fourth, what matter remains enigmatic to thee, Thomas, aged 80, hailing from the fair city, of Miami in the land of Florida, did confess unto his daughter, that the reasons for his sire's departure, ever eluded his grasp. This frailty doth reveal that parents, too, bear inquiries, oft heightened by the weight, of heart's distress, akin to angina, which afflicts 1 in 5, of those aged beyond 80 years. To inquire thus doth unveil their mortal essence, transcending mere stature of renown. Fair daughter of Thomas, with gentle hand, didst aid her father, in the art of journaling, thus alleviating the burdens of his heart, which didst grow heavy with sorrow. Let us inspire pursuits, that nurture the heart, be it through the quill or discourse, whilst tending to the care of our vital essence, to alleviate the burdens of ailment. Attend with the heart unbarred, those queries left unvoiced, confided in trust, shall strengthen thy connection, nurturing the rhythm, of their spirit and flesh alike. Contemplation, what enigmas doth thy progenitors muse upon, pray, share thine thoughts below. Query the fifth, hast thou granted me thy forgiveness, Clara, aged 19, hailing from the fair city, of Savannah in Georgia, did shed tears when her son, posed this query, confessing that she had clung, to minor grievances. This query, both arduous, and most challenging to pose, doth unveil the path to restoration. In the realm of frail hearts, whereupon the aged dwell, a fifth doth suffer from the cruel grasp, of failure, thus heightening the burdens of the spirit, hence, the art of forgiveness becometh most essential. Clara's heart, once burdened by the weight of worry, did find solace in the gentle balm, of discourse, for the harmony of kin, did soothe her troubled spirit, and lighten her afflictions. Entreat this to unshackle ancient scars. In fair Clara's household, a tradition did bloom, as weekly feasts were summoned forth, weaving bonds that nourished, her heart's well-being, through the warmth of kinship. Assistance with visits to the learned cardiologist, and the art of managing stress, such as through the tranquil practice, of meditation. This inquiry doth bridge the chasms, securing the vigor of thy progenitors' hearts, both corporeal and ethereal, as they traverse their twilight years. Contemplation, hast thou engaged in a discourse, of mending with thy progenitors, pray, impart thy tale, beneath this humble space. Lo! The final moments draw nigh, as the clock doth strike the hour, of conclusion, marking the end of this tale. Thus, we bid thee farewell, as the curtain falls, upon our discourse. Lo, behold the fruits of wisdom, tales of the aged, wherein lie the 5 secrets, most profound, and the 5 queries, that stir the soul, a tome to treasure the fleeting hours, and safeguard the heart, in thy twilight years. These tokens and inquiries, are not mere reflections, they are pathways to affection, tenderness, and communion. Pray, may these tales, from the serene gardens of Kyoto, to the welcoming porches of Savannah, stir within thee a spirit of compassion, and prompt thee to act with kindness. Pray, subscribe to Senior Health Star, strike the bell, and join our noble fellowship, to preserve these cherished wisdoms, for all time. In retrospect, I do lament that I did not tarry longer, in the embrace of joy, found within these fleeting moments, rather than solely bearing the burden, of their weight. That be my lesson, and I shall bear it forthwith. What dost thou possess, which query or portent didst strike thee, most deeply, and how shalt thou employ it henceforth? Pray, share thy thoughts below, and let us pay homage, to each and every heartbeat. Until our paths do cross again, hold thy heart with fervor, embrace life in its entirety, and remain steadfast in spirit.